I got through these days.
I'll let you hear it. You know you can't wear that uniform for our funeral.
Why not?
You got the wrong stripe on it.
Well, no, we wanted red. We wanted red.
Oh, yeah, you're back to the marine crap.
I think it looked beautiful.
Oh, I think so. You like red.
Oh, yeah, I love red.
I realize that.
Thank you. It's my favorite color.
You call the meeting to order, then you, no.
Okay.
All right.
You want to call the meeting to order?
All right. Go ahead.
This, so legacy rules during the Veteran Service Commission meeting. Make sure you have all your cell phones silenced. Please do not talk on your phone during the meeting. Please no sidebar conversations during the meeting. If you need to, you can take it out in the hallway. The public does have the right to observe the meeting, but not the right to speak. So if there are any outbursts or other disruptions by any member of the public, they will only be given one warning to remain silent during the meeting. Additional disruptions from that person will be grounds for removal from the public meeting. If the public is recognized at the end of the meeting, they will be provided only one time to address the Veteran Service Commission with a total of 2 minutes to speak. If the public is not recognized and wishes to ask the board a question or has other concerns, we request that you submit those questions or concerns to our Executive Director, Stephen Gossard, who will provide that to the Veteran Service Commission for review.
All right. All board is present. 2 guests. At this time, do we have a motion to approve the minutes as mailed from April the 30th? So Nelson makes the motion. Terry, I saw you second. Any objections? All right. Pass it up to that side. Yeah, need a pen, huh, Terry?
No, that comes.
Terry with pens, Ray with his rolls.
So at this time, is there a motion to go into executive session to consider financial assistance applications?
Yes.
Matt makes a motion. Nelson seconds.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So, Ray, yes or no?
Second time? Yes.
Gerald?
You've always been there, Ray.
Yes. Terry?
Yes.
Nelson? Do you say no? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're in executive session.
Would it be easier to step back?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
We will go back to the office.
Or you guys you will come back here once you're
Correct.
done?
When we're done.
Ready?
For you.
Okay. What's up, Doug?
Will return.
Doug, you gonna make it Friday?
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday morning, yes, sir.
Okay. I had talked to him, so I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll see you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thought you're lying,
He just slammed his thumb in the door out of that.
The capital there.
Done on the meeting.
Sir?
Thank you.
At this time, I'm looking for a motion to, approve the financial assistance for Paul Risner. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second. Is there any objections?
No. No.
Hearing none, moving on to unfinished business. We took care of the minutes for April. The Veterans Golf Outing update. We have received donations for the golf outing, which is scheduled for June the 8th at 2 p.m., which is for the veterans and anybody they wish to bring with them as well.
Correct. I'll have an update on the number of players next week.
Okay.
We'll finalize that and try to get people there like at 1:30 so we can choose up teams.
And as I told a member of the audience, veterans are more welcome to show up on that day, and then we'll just take a head count as well.
Right.
And we'll go from there, because there's no official sign up.
Right.
People can just show up. Any additional questions or? Okay. Moving on, the part-time fill and guard position will be filled, I would say the next day or two. An offer has been made, and I'm just waiting for some documentation to come in before the official offer is secured. Any additional unfinished business before we move on to new business? All right, new business, the the March monthly, and actually, it's gonna be the April monthly, monthly legal reports was mailed. Any questions or concerns over those reports?
No.
Number two, the request to use the shelter house at the fair was sent and received, contract was secured, so we will be out at the 2025 fair in September. I believe it's September the 2nd, we'll be using that shelter house. So everything has been completed. It was just nice that they were able to offer us that space.
It's the same as last year.
Same as last year. We'll have a banner up and we'll go from there. We'll plan more of that later this year.
And we'll also do the flag, raising the flag.
Correct. Yeah, they did request for the board members, or a couple of the board members to raise the flag. And I know Gerald and Ray both.
Nelson did it last year.
Nelson, are you going to attend that again? Okay.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah. Number three is pretty significant. I wanted to bring this to the board's attention in case you guys haven't heard the news. There's a constitutional proposal to eliminate property taxes. I dove into this a little bit because it affects our department directly. There's a news article that I found. It says Ohioans push lawmakers to eliminate property taxes amid Constitution. The Ohio Attorney General's office has approved a petition titled and summary for proposed constitutional amendment titled Abolishment of Taxes on Real Property. The amendment seeks to add a section 14 to Article 12 of the Ohio Constitution. The petition was received by the Attorney General's office on May 1st from a group out of Cuyahoga County, the Ohio Citizens for Property Tax Reform, and the Committee to Eliminate Property Taxes in Ohio. Quote, having carefully examined this submission, I concluded the title and summary are fair and truthful statements of proposed constitutional amendment, end quote, said a response letter from Yost's office to petitioners. The group wants the legislators to change the structure of bills based on property assessments given seniors over 65 years old discounts or eliminate property taxes altogether. According to the website, the Ohio Citizens for Property Tax Reform is a nonpartisan grassroots citizens group with a mission to inform the public on, quote, skyrocketing taxes and the impact high taxes have placed on everyone, end quote. Property taxes help fund local government services, including schools, the state infrastructure, and first responders. The ballot amendment does not suggest another way to fund schools and other local services like fire and police. Now that the petition has been approved, the next step involves the Ohio ballot board determining whether the proposed constitution constitutes a single constitutional amendment or multiple amendments. If certified, petitioners must gather signatures from registered voters equal to at least 10% of the votes cast in the most recent gubernatorial election. These signatures must be collected from at least 44 of the 88 counties, with each county contributing signatures equal to at least 5% of the votes cast in the last gubernatorial election. Should the Ohio Secretary of State office verify sufficient signatures at least 65 days before the election, the full text of the proposed amendment will appear on the ballot in the next regular or general election occurring more than 125 days after the petition is filed. When you look up the proposed amendment, I'm going to read it to you, the amendment summary. The proposed amendment would add, kind of like what I just read, I'm going to read the whole thing here. The proposed amendment would add section 14 to Article 12 of the Constitution of the State of Ohio. The proposed amendment would abolish taxes on real property and prohibit any future taxes on real property. As used in the section, real property includes land itself, all growing crops therein, and all building structures and improvements permanently attached to the land. This amendment shall take effect on the first day of the year after it is passed. So, they have to get over 400,000 signatures to get it on the ballot, and it's verified 65 days, and I believe that's September the 1st, give or take a day. It could potentially be on the November's ballot of this year. And if it's passed, as the last sentence says, or states, it's the first day of the year after it is passed, which would be the first day, which would be 2026, I believe. And what that affects, that not only affects our department, unless they come up with some sort of fix, the legislators. It affects the MMRD, 9/11, Treasury Department, possibly, and definitely schools, as you heard in the article.
And the sheriff's office.
Yeah, the sheriff's office with the 9/11. Parks.
Vocational schools and public libraries.
Absolutely. So it affects, there's a lot of different departments that are affected. Ours being one of them, because as you all know, we derive our budget from the property taxes, 0.5 mil of the real estate property taxes. That doesn't, now, if this is passed, that does not stop the legislators from providing some sort of fix, maybe a higher sales tax. Some of the numbers that I've been told might increase, 11, 10%, 10 or 11%, could be higher or lower, who knows, on top of our sales tax now as a possible fix. I did reach out to Ty Mathews, Representative Ty Mathews' office, and he did provide me an update. Did I put that in your packet? If not, I'm going to read it to you.
I think so.
Okay. So I reached out to him because I was concerned, because my question is, are the veterans going to suffer throughout the state of Ohio, not just in Hardin County, but the entire state? Are they going to suffer if this amendment is passed? And are they going to, is there going to be a fix by the legislators? Is there any kind of proposal, anything out there? Knowing that this is in the news now, what are you guys doing about it? What is going to be done if this is passed? Because there's, just like the President said, there's other departments on top of that list that I read off to you that's going to be affected. Because will we lose funding come January 1st? 100% of it? Because that only gives them a little over a month and a half to come up with a fix. If it takes effect January 1st, 2026, is there going to be any money for this department? And are veterans going to suffer because of it? There's over 700,000 veterans in the state of Ohio. So, the response I got was, "Hi Stephen, I wanted to share an update based on my recent communication with the Department of Veteran Services." This is the State Department. DVS is also unsure about the funding stream for CVSOs, what it look like if there are changes, and confirm that this decision is up to the legislator and local governments. You are correct that funding currently comes from property taxes. As of now, there is no clear legislation on changing this. We'll keep monitoring for updates and let you know if anything changes. So, I reached out, trying to figure out what's going on here. Are they going to act? You want to preempt this, you know, if you can. Because there's a strong possibility that that the citizens may go ahead and approve this. There's a strong possibility of it.
Well, if there's a replacement, that's fine, I don't know if they know how they do it, but I know, Tennessee does not have, you own your own property.
So does
They-
Florida.
Okay.
Florida, you have no property taxes.
Well, and I was listening to the radio one day, and there's a guy in Columbus, he's gonna retire. He can't afford to live where he is because his taxes are $1,000 a month. He can't retire. He said, but look at all these apartments. All them people are living in there and they don't pay property tax. You know what I'm saying? So if it's all on, raising taxes to, sales tax to pay for it.
Then everybody pays.
Everybody,
Which I think is a good
I
idea.
can see his point on that, but to get that converted over, that's gonna be a.
Well, the question is the local government going to fund our department?
Yeah.
Is the
I
state
know
legislature
it's
going to pass a law to
Question
fund-
for us, but I mean, that stands to reason, that'd be good, if I owned my own property and didn't have to pay taxes on it every year.
Hence the reason I say there's a strong possibility of it getting passed. I'm neither speaking for it or against it, I'm just stating the facts.
Sure.
You know, what the citizens of Ohio decide to do, that's on them. But they're, you know, in regards to this department, where's the funding coming from? Is the local government, the county commissioners, are they gonna help fund our department? Is the state legislators going to help fund the department, or is veterans gonna be out of
How's
the
the
system?
commissioners going, how they gonna, survive?
So, there's a lot of questions behind it, that's for sure. But I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention.
That's where we are at the state level too. I talked to our attorney, as well as the ESC, about the same thing. They don't know what the legislative response will be at this point. So I asked the same question, how would we end up funding the county veteran service commission?
So, still no response.
Oh.
Any additional questions? Concerns? Moving on to the, proposed 2026 budget for this department. You guys all have that in your packet. Please review and throw out any questions or concerns that you may have for me. The only possibility I see changing at this point, is workman's, I think it's workman's comp. The last couple of years, the, commission has been picking up that amount for the departments. As of right now, until I hear further from them, I still have that at zero. We could possibly have to put some money in there depending on what they decide at the end of the year.
I don't know what I don't know, for the health insurance, is that through the county?
No, we pay for that out of our budget.
I mean, I don't know where the health insurance, the only reason I asked that is on the state side. We saw a huge increase for the coming year.
There was an increase last year. We don't normally know what the increase is until, really, I wanna say September, sometimes later.
Okay.
That's the problem with, forcing us to submit the budget so early in the year, some of the unknowns.
Are there any other questions on this?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget as presented by our veteran service officer.
Matt makes the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Right.
Are there any objections? Yes, you would. I need you guys to sign off on this, please.
Mine's easy as the top line.
speech is bad in my leg.
Okay.
Want me to show it?
Thank you. Moving on, the Memorial Day services are gonna be at JR again this year. Our guest, I don't know if that was over with you guys last, oh no. So our guest speaker is gonna be, Toby Brown. He has deep ties in the community, and he's gonna be the next ambulance commander as well. So he will be our guest speaker. We have everything else in place. We'll be putting out the flags depending on the weather here in a couple hours, depending on if it's gonna storm or not. But the parade starts at 10. I'll have a couple drivers of the parade, they'll get there around 9:30ish or sooner. So if you wanna be in the parade, you just be there before 10 o'clock before they step off. And the JR services will, once everybody's down there, roughly around 11 o'clock, we'll start the service, as we have done in the past. Any questions over the Memorial Day?
And Ray and I already lowered the flag Sunday night, and then after we're done at the cemetery, we'll come back to courthouse and read.
Awesome, thank you. We appreciate it. I know the maintenance definitely appreciates it as well. There are no additional questions or concerns. Move on to the expenses. Please take a moment.
Has anybody come in and commented on our sign, that they seen the sign and they came in?
Not as of yet.
No.
No. No. I mean, I think it looks nice, the billboard
Yeah.
looks nice.
It does.
No. That should be up there for one more month, I believe.
What sign are you talking about, if I can, you know?
It's out there by,
The
coffee shop out there.
Scooters. Okay.
It's on there are two bulletin boards out there, it's the bottom one.
I hadn't noticed that, I'll take.
It's a good looking bulletin board.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion to approve the expenses as listed.
Yes.
Carol seconds it. Any objections?
Did you make reservations yet for training?
For July?
Correct.
No, I haven't. I'll look into it.
I appreciate that.
You're going to the one in July, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Second.
I'd like to have a shower this time instead of taking a marine pad.
It always went for us.
You only get one
Where
where
you
you
turn down. Is anybody planning on staying on Saturday for the dinner?
I'm not,
In the fall?
July conference.
July conference.
I don't know if anybody else is planning on going besides Nelson.
No, we're going in the fall. Go in the fall or?
No,
We're going to July.
Yeah, July.
Yeah, we're going to
But you're just going for Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday night, they'll do the, installation of officers for the incoming year.
Oh, that's a different story.
So, well, then next year will be different. Next year, they will probably swear me in as the president.
Oh, next year? Okay, yeah, just for
It'll
Saturday.
be first license this year.
We don't go in the fall, we go in July.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. We want, you want to go in July?
You go to July? I don't know.
I'm going to
Got a
July.
lot of family stuff going on.
I have to.
Terry?
But they're gonna have that dinner question that they're gonna be sending out to all the offices, so that's why I figured since we have everybody here, ask that question.
Yeah, cause they haven't set the paperwork yet.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay.
You can ride down with us on Saturday.
I used to do that. Get out of bed at 5 o'clock
Yeah.
or 4.
Anything else, at this time, is there anything else from the board?
So just so everybody's aware of it, there's Senate Bill 179, we're talking about this at the state level. It has some impact on us, but not really, it's the Veterans Court, if you're not aware of it. So some of the counties have veterans courts that they're conducting. And basically what it is they're looking to open up, 5901.03 to add the authority that veteran service commissioners, or veteran service commissions are authorized to help fund these veterans courts. So, as I brought up, it says, just because it says that we're authorized to, it doesn't say we must. Because the concern was the smaller counties can't afford it. I said, it doesn't say we have to, it just says it gives us the authorization to be able to do that, so.
And there is an attorney general's opinion out there that says you can't already. They're just trying to quantify it in the law. So you already currently have the ability, per the opinion. But it's always better if it's, like I said, if it's written law. Anything else from the board?
That's it.
I'll make a motion, we can.
Second.
Any objections? Can you adjourn? So, you like your pants, huh?
Thank you very much.